Hey guys, my name is Karan and I'm a trader based out of Chicago. I even handle my own business and have a portfolio of about $1 million. I got into trading in 2017 through crypto and last year got into the US stock market. As a collaboration with the FAG YouTube channel, I'm going to talk here about some great learnings over time. Let's talk about some stock investments, right? You bought a good stock, you waited, nothing's happening. So, let me tell you a story that will not only inspire you but might completely change the way you think about long term investments. It's a story of a Chinese bamboo tree. It is a story of unseen growth, unwavering faith, and ultimately success. In this video, we'll connect this powerful metaphor to how true wealth is built in the stock market. Stick with me until the end because I'll also share some real life examples of how patient investors become millionaires. So, as you can see in this visual, a bamboo tree is being planted. After the seed is planted, you water it, you nurture it, nothing happens. Not for a week, not for a month, not even for a year. For full 5 years, there is no visible growth, but in the sixth year, something amazing happens. It grows up to 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Did it grow in 6 weeks, or did it grow in the 5 years before that? Truth is, for those 5 years, the tree was developing a complex root system beneath the surface as it was preparing for its massive growth. You can also think about it as it was creating a strong foundation. So, moral of the story is, great things take time, growth is silent before it is seen. In the world of investing, we often forget about how true growth is not always visible. We expect stocks to jump overnight, profits to show quickly, and return to come in days. The best investments are like bamboo trees. Let's take an example of Infosys in the early 90s or the Titans in the early 2000s. For years and years, these stocks moved sideways, but those who held on with conviction, they saw a 10x, even a 100x return. As you all know, market works in cycles. Similarly, companies work silently in the background. They are always improving their margin, they are reducing their debt, they are coming up with new products. That's their root system, that's their foundation. But as investors, we are restless and we often give up before the visible growth begins. So I would just like to say invest with a 5 to 10 year mindset. Patience is a strategy. If you just think you'll come into the market today, walk away with 10,000 rupees tomorrow, it doesn't work like that. As you can see, you know, in the picture, how the stocks are moving from 10 to 15 years. Most investors lose not because they choose the wrong stocks, it's because they didn't wait long enough. They exit in panic during corrections, or they sell after a small gain and miss the real compounding. When I started, even I was like that. I would see 10-20% return and I would think, oh, I've made bank, and I would cash out, only to see that the stock later has given 100% return. It's a saying Warren Buffett says the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Just like you can't pull the bamboo from the ground to make it grow faster, you can't force businesses to give returns quickly. You need discipline, you need faith, most importantly, you need time. Let's look at this graph on the screen. It's a long term investor versus a short term investor. Now, guys, let's analyze some of the stocks, of HDFC, Titan, Asian Paints, with the buy hold timelines and CAGR shown below. Let's look at some real life bamboo stocks. HDFC Bank was a $10,000 investment in 1995. Can you guess what it's worth today? It's worth 1 crore rupees. Similarly, Titan, from 2 rupees in early 2000s to over 3,000 today. But what was required? It was required for it was required to hold this during the volatile years. Now let's look at this one, Asian Paints. This decades of steady growth, not flashy but consistent like bamboo roots. These companies grew under the radar, fundamentally improved year after year, and then the magic of compounding exploded. So my tip would be wealth is equal to quality plus time plus patience. Patience can be practiced. Here's how. Invest only in businesses you understand. Don't check prices daily. Check performance quarterly or annually. Use SIPs and staggered entries so you don't have to actively manage your portfolio. Study the long term charts instead of using the 15-minute or the 1 minute. You are not trying to day trade here, you are trying to become a good investor. Like Warren Buffett always says, that always buy companies that you see and use every day. Most importantly, you should accept corrections. It's a part of the process. No stock can just go on and on and on. There are a lot of factors to consider, and most importantly, there's liquidity. And market always needs liquidity to go higher. So that is just the corrections happening, and you shouldn't panic and sell. You have to think like a farmer, not like a trader. You have to plant the seed, water it, and just wait. The greatest investors are the greatest waiters. So what you don't see in the market is as important as what you do. R&D, management decisions, product development, debt reduction, these things are always reflected in today's price, but they aren't always reflected, but they shape the future returns. When nothing seems to be happening, that's when the real work is happening. Patience, it's not passive, it's concentrated strength. So the next time your portfolio feels stuck, remember the bamboo tree. Remember that patience isn't doing nothing, it's trusting the process. Thank you for listening, guys. Like, share, and comment. I'll wait for my bamboo tree to grow.